or the bus fare that changed everything. The morning rain drummed steadily against the bus shelter windows as 23-year-old Grace Wilson counted the crumpled bills in her worn wallet. $3.47. Just enough for her ride to the diner where she worked double shifts to keep her small apartment. She had learned long ago that every penny mattered when you're supporting yourself through nursing school while working to pay rent. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her memory. "Honey, we may not have much, but we always have enough to help someone who has less." An elderly gentleman approached the bus stop, his clothes simple but clean, his silver hair dampened by the gentle rain. When the city bus wheezed to a stop, Grace watched as he fumbled through his coat pockets with increasing concern. "I'm sorry," he said quietly to the bus driver. "I seem to have left my wallet at home. Could I possibly—" "No exceptions, sir," the driver replied curtly. "Exact change or a bus pass, that's the rule." Grace stepped forward without hesitation. "Here," she said softly, dropping her fare and an extra $1.50 into the collection box. "This covers both of us." The stranger's eyes widened with surprise and gratitude. "Miss, I couldn't possibly. You don't even know me." "My grandmother always said kindness doesn't require an introduction," Grace smiled warmly. "Please, it's no trouble at all." As they settled into seats, the gentleman introduced himself as Robert Matthews. They talked quietly during the 20-minute ride about small things, the changing season, the books Grace was studying, Robert's fond memories of his late wife Eleanor. When Robert's stop approached, he pressed a simple business card into Grace's hand. "Thank you again, dear. Your kindness today reminded me of something very important." Grace glanced at the card later during her break at the diner. Robert Matthews, it read simply, with a phone number. She tucked it away and forgot about it. Amid the rush of taking orders and studying for her upcoming nursing exam, 3 weeks later, Grace received a call that would change everything. A scholarship foundation wanted to meet with her about a full educational grant. Confused but hopeful, she arrived at the downtown office building. There, behind a polished desk, sat Robert Matthews. Though now she learned he was actually Robert Matthews III, founder of the Matthews Foundation, one of the city's largest charitable organizations. "Grace," he said with the same gentle smile she remembered from the bus. "Do you know why I was riding public transportation that morning?" She shook her head, still processing this revelation. "I do it once a month," Robert explained. "My Eleanor used to say that you can't truly help people if you don't understand their daily struggles. That morning I deliberately left my wallet behind, wanting to see how strangers treat someone in need." Grace's eyes filled with understanding. "In 30 years of these little tests," Robert continued, his voice thick with emotion, "you are the first person to help without hesitation, even when it meant sacrificing your own comfort. Eleanor would have adored you." The scholarship wasn't just for nursing school. It was for everything. Tuition, books, living expenses, and a guaranteed position at the Matthews Medical Center upon graduation. "But Mr. Matthews," Grace protested, "a $1.50 bus fare doesn't deserve all this." Robert leaned forward with the wisdom that comes from decades of observing human nature. "My dear, it was never about the money. It was about seeing someone act from pure kindness when they thought no one important was watching." Grace graduated with honors 3 years later. Today she works as a pediatric nurse at Matthews Medical Center, where a small plaque by the children's ward reads, "In memory of Eleanor Matthews, who believed kindness creates ripples that never truly end." And sometimes, on quiet mornings, Grace still takes the city bus to work, keeping exact change ready, just in case someone needs a helping hand, because she learned that day that the smallest acts of generosity often plant seeds for the most beautiful gardens.